It's time to wrap up season 3 with a quick life update and a fun game of Would You Rather. You know we're going to go out with a bang and make these questions super inappropriate, so let's get this party started.
Get it started.
Pop in those earphones, especially if you have little ones around, and let's dive right into episode 73.
That many now?
Look at us.
Okay, so first things first, let's do a life update and tell everybody what's currently going on in your life right now. Which I feel like you guys have a lot because you guys both moved. You don't have to say where you're moving if you don't want to.
Ooh.
But let's talk about that, those relocating and all the
mine's not
stress.
as drastic as Roni's. I'll go first.
But still,
Roni's
moving
sounds...
it was drastic for you because
Yes,
like that
moving in
was
general
the house that
is-
you brought both of your
Okay.
babies home.
So, when was that? May? We moved to Corona, which is probably like 30 minutes from where we were living. And this is now another rental for us, but we had to move because the landlords wanted to sell the property, and I think just because the market's so high now, like they could definitely profit from that. So
Right.
they gave us X amount of time, and I think for us it was stressful because they gave us X amount of time and then started squeezing the time like shorter and shorter for us. So we had to find a place ASAP, and we were originally looking to buy, but then as the time got smaller
you
and
don't wanna
smaller, we like everything we kept offering kept
Under
getting
contract.
already under contract, or we would get outbid like 50,000, and we're like, what the hell, where are people getting this money? So we ended up looking for another rental, and that's where we're at now. I don't know. So currently still looking for a house to eventually live in for our forever home, but
But it was emotional leaving your
yeah,
house,
I
right?
mean, we've been at that last house for 10 years. That's the
Oh,
first
my
place
goodness.
Adam and I first like lived together. I brought both of the boys home there. We had to put down our dog there. Like a lot of things happened there. Like my mom would visit us at that
Yeah.
house. So I had like a lot of
Attachment.
emotional attachment to that house. But when you talk to my husband, he's like, oh, I knew it was a rental, so I didn't put too much emotion into it. So
Men.
whatever.
Yeah, the total.
And for me, I'm not the type that likes change a lot. So like it was definitely out of my comfort zone to go to another place and that I was not familiar with. So like for me, if I don't know where the grocery store is or Target, I'm like, don't want to
Anxiety.
go. Yeah, it's huge anxiety. So we're there now. We've
How do
been
you
there
like
for a
it?
month. We love it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we love it now. Like the kids love it. It's just
You love the house, or you like the house
Yeah.
and the city, or
We
like the
love
surrounding areas?
everything. Like we love the house now. Like it's bigger than our last house. It's just now I'm able to decorate it the way I wanted to, because before like my husband's stuff was already there, and then
Oh,
I had to
okay.
bring my stuff. So
Okay.
we kind of like just never really like put effort into like making it nice. And then the kids love it. It's more peaceful, I think, for us, just because like the mountains are right there, and that's like my husband's like favorite thing about it is like it for him, he's less stressed out there for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
likes
that's
it, and the kids
good.
love it, like because we're right next to park, so
Uh-huh.
we're out at the park every day. It's
Oh,
just a
good.
lot
That's
nicer.
good.
Yeah, we love it.
Mm.
It was like a blessing in disguise for us.
And then now you guys can create new memories.
Yeah.
There.
So.
And now you know it's temporary.
Yeah,
too.
we know it's temporary, but that's the town we like to be in. So like I don't
so
want to
now you
have
know.
to change his school again, because that's like a good school district.
Oh, okay.
So
That's smart.
we'll
that you
look
guys are
in that area when
renting
houses come up. Yeah.
And then how are the kids doing with summer? Are they
So
driving you crazy, or
far-
are they okay?
Oh, so Landon has been off for a week now, I think. It's been officially over a week. And I immediately started looking into like martial arts and
Okay.
swimming.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
keep
I
'em
was
busy.
like, oh my God, it was that bad? Like, I didn't even last a week. So this week they start, like right now he's at VBS. He does martial arts tomorrow.
Vacation Bible School. For
Oh,
those
I'm like,
people
what
who
the heck is
doesn't know.
VBS?
I
didn't know.
It's
I'm
like a
listener that
little
doesn't
Bible
know.
school thing, but it's only for like 3 days. But it's better than nothing for me, at least. It's like 4 hours a
Yeah,
day.
you get
Oh,
what
wow,
you get.
that's
You don't
nice.
go fit.
Yeah.
Is that free?
It
Or
was
you
like
have to
$20
pay? Oh,
for 3 days. They give them
that's
snacks.
really
They do
good.
activities.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, and I was like, hoping he'll make friends there because, we haven't had any friends yet at where we're at now. So, I was like, it's close to your school, so maybe it might be like kids from your school. So,
And how are they getting along, the boys now in their age groups? that they're at?
OMG, the boys are, it's funny because I feel like they're a lot closer now, but I think it's because they only have each other now again. Like, how the whole COVID thing.
Uh-huh.
But because Levi's a little bit bigger, he will fight back now, and it's like Landon cries.
The bigger one cries
The bigger
now?
one will cry.
Oh my
if the younger
gosh.
one. So it's just been like, I don't know, because of if it's like the adjustment to moving too, like his behavior is going bad again. Or because he's out of school too. So I don't
Right.
know.
It
So
could
then
be
I started
everything
up
at
date
once.
nights again with Landon, and
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They're definitely getting closer now that Levi's getting older. Like
Okay.
Landon,
But now he's
Landon
like, "Don't
wanted
mess
to
with
sleep in
me."
his bed with him the other night.
Aw,
so they slept
so they
together
are
in bed.
having
Yeah,
great,
so
sweet
it's like a
moments.
love-hate thing.
That, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
But that's
typical
normal.
sibling.
Yeah.
Like,
But I was wondering when the little one was going to start fighting
Oh,
back
yeah.
because he's
Now
a little
he's-
powerhouse.
No
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah.
Doesn't care. Doesn't care when he's in trouble either. He's like laughs about it, and I'm like, what are we gonna do with you?
And what are your plans for the
Strong
summer
personality.
with them and with you guys, just period?
We have a lake trip coming up that we do every year where we take our trailer out. We go out with like family and friends and get jet skis, hang out on the beach kind of thing. The kids Landon starts martial arts. Both of the kids are doing swim lessons. I don't know what else we're doing. Then school starts in August.
Okay, August 9th. Our school starts August 9th. What about you guys?
10.
Isn't that crazy? It's just
We don't start
constantly
till the
like
27th.
sooner and sooner.
Yeah.
Wait, when is yours? The 27th?
Mm-hmm.
August?
Mm-hmm.
See, and his last school right here, they were September. So I'm like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
September is pretty late.
Yeah. Okay, and then what about like with everything going on, how's your mental health? How do you feel? Like are you still making time for yourself with self-care and
I
stuff?
mean,
or-
now that we're settled in, I think. I mean, now like we have like a nice bathtub in our bathroom, so now I've been doing baths and I
gotta
still
get you
go
these
get
bath
lasered.
bombs. Good idea.
I work out. Now we have like our garage set up, so it's like a nice like home gym.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
What else do we do?
Have you guys gone on any date nights? Do you guys need a babysitter?
We do need a baby.
Have you found one in your area or?
No, not really. I mean,
You've put your date night aside, it sounds like.
Kind of, yeah.
Are you gonna join any mommy city mom groups?
I thought about it, but no. I mean,
No.
I have like
Thought about it,
I
but
thought
never
about it,
mind.
because I
No.
did it when I first moved into this last area. I did like the stroller strides and was not a fan of it. And I don't know, maybe it's just me that I can't make friends with other women. But
Marianne.
I don't know.
Do
I
you
think
feel
harder,
like
though. It's
if
harder.
it's harder to make friends with a big group than like one-on-one
yeah,
kind of thing?
and I'm just hoping like once Landon starts school, maybe like he'll make friends and then I'll just
You're hoping to like
Piggyback
their
off of that.
parents.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
then
I'm
if you
hoping.
don't? And then there's the possibility of not liking their parents.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
a
see.
strong possibility of that.
And Roni, what about you?
You guys want me to go next? My life
Everything.
is
Tell us.
upside down.
I know. It's so exciting.
That's
It's
exciting.
so
Oh my
exciting.
god. Okay, so let's see an update for me. So I think we kind of told our listeners that we were thinking about moving. So that's still a go. We're in the process of moving, but we ran into some hiccups. So we're kind of halfway moved. So I feel like I'm halfway moved to Nashville and still a Californian. Let's see, the kids are, you know what, like I feel like the little ones, they're totally okay with this move. A few times Harley would be like, I'm not moving to Tennessee. And we're like, yes, you are. She's like, no, I'm not going there. And then when I tell her like, okay, well, school's there and gymnastics, and then she's like, okay, then I'll go. So she's fine. Hayden he said he's a little scared, but he makes friends like super easily, and like everyone wants to be his friend, so I think he'll be okay. Teenager, he's acting like he's going with the flow, but like recently he had like a big like crying breakdown about it. So
Which is understandable.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
he's still like kind of not on board with it, and we've been letting him see his friends a lot before he leaves, which I'm like, is that backfiring?
Because now he misses them
because
more.
it's worse. I'm like, should we have not let him see them so much, because now it's even harder to pull him away from them? But we thought like, he wanted to see his friends as much as he could, so we were kind of like letting him do a little bit of everything. But now I'm like, I don't think that was such a good idea, because now it seems like it's harder, and that's his main thing. Like whenever he talks about this move, it's like only has to do with friends. Like he's acting like he's never gonna meet friends, which later on down the road, like when he's a senior and has all these friends, I record some stuff too that I'm like, yeah, like remember you said that you're not gonna have one friend and all this stuff.
Does he make friends easily or not really? Like it's more.
He has because we relocated when he was in 3rd grade from Ontario to Orange County. So 3rd grade, like he had the same fears, but 3rd grade is a lot different from going into 10th grade. Yeah. So same thing, like he thought he wasn't going to make friends, and he made a ton of friends. It's just that he's been with these friends now from 3rd grade on up. So and it's the same group of friends. So I think that's making it harder. But one of his friends that he went to their house, and their parents had just came back from Nashville, and they were like, oh my god, we love it, you're gonna love it. I feel like that helped him a little bit, but I don't think that that's really gonna help until he gets there and starts school. And then he just has to give it a chance, is what I told him. I said, and I kind of feel bad for this, because I did the same thing. Like I kind of in the beginning went into it like, well, I'm not making any friends, and I'm just gonna take the kids to school and come back in the house. Like I kind of went into it like that too, because I was like kicking and screaming about leaving California. So I was like, the only thing you have to do is just give it a chance. Like don't go into this saying you're gonna hate it and everything when you haven't fully gave it a chance. So that's where we're at now. We're, like I said, halfway there, halfway here, getting things situated.
When do you feel like you'll be finally there?
Originally was supposed to be like July 1st was our deadline, but we ran into some things, so I don't think it's going to be July 1st. So honestly, I know it will be before school starts, so I know it'll be before August 27th is all I can say, because we still have to see. We have a rental property out there that nobody's been working on, so we have to wait to that. We're having some hiccups with our primary residence, so I'm thinking just before August we'll head out. But the kids I didn't really put them in anything this summer, like sports and stuff, because we didn't plan on being here. So that's going to be kind of different, because usually we're like always busy in the summer. So I'll probably just take the rest of the time trying to like do things before we go that we probably won't get to do for a little bit.
So where are they staying? Because your house is almost empty, isn't it?
Well, we filled it back up. I mean, like, as far as, like, our personal stuff, like, we each, like, kind of living out of a suitcase. Like, we each have clothes and stuff. And then we fully furnished it because we're going to do, like, an Airbnb for our California home. So we still have beds in there. There's still dressers there. So it's, that's totally livable. It's just, like, more like revisiting and living in a suitcase versus fully living there.
I was going to say, where's your youngest one getting the I'm not going to move? Is it she copying her older brother?
I think so.
Because, like, at that age,
Yeah, it's her listening
she has to kind of hear
It's her listening to her
on.
Brother, for sure. It's her listening to her brother, because she doesn't even, like...
know where she's going.
Exactly.
It could be right in the city next door.
Exactly. So it's definitely her listening to her older brother. Which I'm like, I know, buddy, it's you'll do good. I went through the same thing when I was after I graduated from 8th grade. All my friends continued on to school in LA, and my parents were like, no, we're moving to Moreno Valley. So I had to move, and I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, I'm not going to talk to anyone. I don't want any friends out there. It's the country. Like, I just gave them such a hard time, and it ended up like working out for the best. Like,
It does, right? Because
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I had to move from my freshman, year to a different city, and I was super depressed. Well, I was actually excited because my freshman, or my high school at the time was brand new, so there was like only 100 students. So we were close, but we didn't have football games. We didn't have any sports or anything like that. So I was excited to experience like a real high school. And then once I got there, I was all like involved, but then after a year I was like, okay, I want to go back to my friends that I had like the deep rooted connections with. But my parents were like, no, you can't go back. And I'm like, no, but then that's how, then you meet all these other people.
Exactly.
And it works out.
And we told him, like, I mean, he could come back here for summer and visit friends. Like, he'll be back often, but I don't know if he really gets that. But so
it feels so final for them.
I know it does. And then the school he's going to is like a brand new school, so he'll actually be the first senior class. They don't even have a senior class yet. Yeah, I know.
He doesn't realize that, but that's going to be so good.
This is what I'm trying to tell him.
Is Nashville like fully open now, like post COVID?
They're fully open.
Oh, that's good. So he'll be going full time to school, not like how it was here.
And then he didn't even really get to experience it this year. His freshman year, he's been at home. Like, they opened it up for him to go 2 days, but a lot of the kids didn't go, so he didn't have to deal with all that freshman drama stuff. Like, so I feel like, look, you'll have a fresh start. But
And I didn't get to ask you, and I wanted to ask you too. Are you guys still doing your side businesses?
All my stuff is on hold since COVID.
I mean, I haven't been since my mom passed, but like it's off and on. Like I still help people, but I don't like force it out there. Like I have people who still come and ask for help or need help, and I'll throw it out there.
But you're not like actively trying to like market it and stuff. What about you?
I'll post my workout videos, but.
And is that for that? Is it the workout videos now for any type of workout? Because you were doing Beachbody before.
So like the ones I'm posting right now are still Beachbody because that's what I'm doing. But it's not like I'm not trying to sell it. Like before I would do like the promoting and all that, but I think I do it for my accountability because I feel like when people see it, they're like, oh, good job, like you motivate me, da da da. And then like if I stop posting them, like you'll hear like, oh, are you done with them? Or like you'll have the haters who are like, oh, you fell off, huh? And so more so accountability, and then like from that people will ask me like, oh, I want to do that too, da da da. So I'm still kind of getting business out of it.
Okay, well that's good. And what about your event planning?
Everything's on hold. Because of the date that we thought we were going to be gone, I kind of like packed up everything, so I don't even have fully supplies to do it. And then right now I can't even, my mind is like all on this move and getting everything smooth that I can't even think of putting someone's party together right now. Like I really can't. As much as I want to, I feel so bad because I've actually had quite a few people reach out and I've had to turn them down.
Do either of your kids have birthdays coming up in the summer? Or they're all
Devin just recently had a birthday and we threw together like a quick little party, like a super quick little party, and like literally in 4 days we threw it together. And then the other ones will be when we're out there, so hopefully we're a little
because they're
settled.
more winter. Oh, the other one's September.
In September and then December.
Oh, okay.
So,
and they're not like September. He's turning 9, so it's not such a huge
Like a
milestone. You know,
Harley's
like
is
10 or
5,
something.
so
that's a bigger milestone.
So we were thinking about since we won't be too far from Florida, we were thinking about maybe like driving and taking her to Disney World or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
So we'll see where we are closer to the time, but that's it. And
when you go, just don't go to Magic Kingdom because we made the mistake. We didn't know anything.
Disneyland.
It's basically Disneyland.
Is it?
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, this is exactly the same. We didn't experience anything different because we only went to one world. We only had time for one world.
Didn't go to the
so
other
we
wanna go the
took
whole,
the boat
like,
to the
week.
Magic Kingdom and we were like, when does it get different? Yeah, we didn't go to any other places.
yeah, we want to make a whole like week out of it, and like because I hear that it takes a while to visit everything. Like
So we just wasted our time.
You.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Like we could have done that in California for half the price.
As far as what else?
What about your like mental health, and how are you keeping up with everything? Are you still doing self-care, or?
I feel like that has helped me. I'm definitely still doing self-care, still doing a routine, still like meditating often. I've added some stretching into the meditation, so that helps. I feel like literally that's what's keeping me.
Are you still doing your crystal
sane.
stuff?
Yeah, I do the crystal stuff, not as much. But I'm still charging them and putting them where they're needed to be placed in the house.
So, and then what about your RA? Have you had any flare-ups because of everything?
I actually did. I had a flare-up, it's been a month ago or a few weeks ago. I had kind of a bad flare-up, and I was like, what is going on? And even when I went to the doctor, and they were like, are you doing something different? And I'm like, no, I'm still staying on top of everything.
I'm moving to a different state.
And that's what they were like, oh, stress is like a big component of it. I'm like, oh, that's right. Then that's why I'm feeling like shit. But it's not like it was before, I guess I would say. I think because of still watching my diet and stuff, it's not as bad as it was. Like, it didn't keep me in the bed all day like it normally would. I just was a lot more achier and tired.
And with you guys commuting a lot, because I know you're going to Tennessee a lot back and forth, like how are you keeping up with your diet? Like not diet per se, but like eating vegan.
Well, it was good to experience this little over a week trip in Nashville, because I was able to like pick out my spots. Like I found this place that we would like literally eat breakfast every day there, because it was like one of the only places that I can find that I felt like, okay, I can eat this. Yeah. So for the most part, as of right now, there's not a lot of vegan places out there. So that's going to be a challenge. There's some, but they're like all like, but like I found one and it was like, oh, it's 40 minutes away. And it's like, drive 40 minutes away. So what I would do is I would just order from the menu and kind of like make it vegan. Like if it was a salad and it had like cheese or bacon or something on it, then I would remove that, or just kind of make it where I can eat it.
Yeah.
So that's how I've been keeping up with that. But it was a little more challenging than I expected. So yeah.
What about the stress of the move? Has it gotten to your marriage?
No, it hasn't. Surprisingly.
Has it brought you guys closer together?
I feel like it has. Like even when we were visiting out there, we still made sure like to go out on a date. Like we hung out a lot more. Like I don't feel like it has stressed us yet. Now I don't know when we get there, and then
when the
putting
unpacking
everything
and stuff,
and registering for school and registering the cars, and then we have to change our license over to Tennessee so that we don't get taxed for it's saying California, because I want to keep my California license, but obviously I have to change it, or else I'm gonna still be considered a Californian. So yeah, but so far so good. I actually do feel like it's brought us a little closer.
But did we also mention to the listeners like why you're moving? Like it's so that your husband can be home more?
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that it's because of that, but
no, I don't know.
We can.
Go ahead.
I think I did tell everyone that my husband travels like crazy insane, and it's getting old. I need help with these kids, so it just makes more sense for us to be centrally located to all the spots that he needs to be. We even did some while we were out there, because we had our my son, we got him a car a few years ago because it was like a great deal, and it was at our St. Louis property. It was just sitting there, so we drove down to St. Louis 5 hours, got the car, and then my husband drove his car back, and then I drove that car back. So I got to see his little commute that he would take. And I'm like, are you sure you can do this? And he's like, this is way better than flying out for a week or two, when I can just go leave at 4 o'clock in the morning, get there, do my meetings, and get right back before the traffic.
Come back home to have dinner with you guys.
Yes.
And
exactly.
He never, like, I don't even know when he sleeps, because
I
I feel like he wakes up at the butt crack of dawn. Yeah.
Oh, yes, and I was on his schedule while we were
Oh
visiting
my
Nashville. It was like routine, the same thing. He gets up so early, shower, go to breakfast, do your, like, I'm like,
So he kind of starts off slow, even though he starts off super early in the morning. He goes to breakfast and he like starts off a little slower rather than just diving into work.
Even when we're here, I want to say home, but even when we're in California, he'll wake up and like he'll go to the gym first, and then he'll go eat after that, and then.
So he's still able to put all of the things that he wants to do. He just has to sleep way less.
Because he says that like he has to go like do some form of like working out or basketball or something for his mental, because his days, and like actually being with him while he's working, it puts so much more in perspective. Like even in quarantine, like when we were together, like I got to see how hard he works, and then on this trip being with him, seeing how hard he works, like I was exhausted just watching him. So I feel like that was good for, even Devin got to see it too, to see how hard he actually works. Like the man doesn't stop. Like I have to literally make him stop.
That's crazy.
He works hard. So so I'm willing to, to have him home more, moving across the country.
You're shaking. I feel your body shaking. Just like
you said you were excited. So
exciting. It's exciting, but I'm sure it's scary too.
It's scary too, but it's exciting. It's beautiful out there. Like I was mesmerized by the fireflies. I was out there trying to catch them. I cannot wait for the kids to see them and catch them.
That's so
cool.
I
was like, have you never seen them? I'm like, not like this. Like it was literally like I was mesmerized. I was talking about those fireflies for the whole.
You're telling everyone, they're like, that's old news.
I know. I'm like, not for me.
There's no mosquitoes out there?
There he is. And we sat in the front yard, and what's funny that like the Southern hospitality out there is something next level. Like the mailman put the car in park and jumped out and ran over there and like introduced himself and was like, if you leave, just leave me a note. And then another neighbor was walking their dog and they're like, welcome. And then a car was driving by, it stopped and reversed, jumped out the car and introduced. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so not used to this.
I love it.
Yeah,
so
that's
not used to
what
this.
people do
Exactly. Here. So, and I feel like everyone already knew though, because they were like, the mailman was like, oh, welcome, you guys are the new neighbors from California. I'm like, the streets have been talking, huh?
Yeah, they have. But you have to show them like a good side of California, because I feel like we have a bad reputation.
Oh my God.
In other
but
states.
I feel like it's stamped on my forehead that I'm not from out there.
Well, yeah, you're fully Cali grown.
I feel like it may be stamped, but I'm excited. I am actually now excited for the journey. Like,
what's nice too is your whole family's going. Like your parents are going with you guys.
My in-laws are going. Like
your grandparents. Yeah, you have your whole village is there. You know, I mean, obviously minus some best friends and other close family members, but that's a good solid system that you have out there.
So I feel a lot better about the move than I did. If you would have asked me this a few months ago, I was trying to get out of it. But now actually visiting and everything, I'm super excited for a change. It's a good change.
We're excited for you.
It's sad. We're excited, but we're so sad.
I'm excited to come visit.
I know. I'm so excited for you guys to come visit. I was already planning like stuff. I'm like, oh, me and the girls, I found this thing. We could do this. We could do that. I got all the stuff planned.
So,
what about you?
For me, I feel like this has been such a weird summer because I haven't booked anything on purpose. Like with COVID shutting like photography down and everything, I kind of took advantage of that, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna open back up because I ended up getting so busy with the kids that I'm like, I don't need to open it back up right now. I have my hands full with the kids. So with them not being in school right now, they're in all kinds of activities. The little one, she's in gymnastics and swim, and then the two boys they were finishing up football, and then they're also in boxing. And then my oldest one, he wants to do acting, so he's taking like improv classes. And that's like a whole hour away from our house. So I feel like our weeks are so full, more full than I wanted it to be, because I actually wanted to like have a lazy summer where we just chill and like
do you miss COVID a little bit?
I do. Like, I don't want the whole summer to be lazy, but I definitely want more of the days to be lazy, you know? And so, but we have like back to back. So I think next month I'm not going to continue gymnastics. I think I'm just going to do one activity per kid because just kind of
Don't
bring
wanna
it down because I'm getting a little anxious about everything. I'm like, this is too much. It doesn't feel like summer,
Especially
you know?
coming off of COVID where like we did nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what
It
I
was
feel
like a shock.
Do we need to start
Well,
this
I
one?
think that's the thing too, is like it got so exciting, you know, like, oh, things are open and we missed out on so much, and now I'm like, you get
Everyone's
to do
going
this
hard.
and you
Yeah.
get to do this.
Everyone
you know?
really
yeah.
is.
So, but I feel like we're so busy, but it's nice. Like everybody's enjoying it, and the boys are fighting so much. They're at this age, like my middle one, he's at this age right now where he's trying to like start arguments on purpose, and he's 8. So I'm just like, man, I can't wait till he gets out of that phase because it's just nonstop bickering. But yet they play together so well. But it's like
do they
you said,
also do
they're
it when
just-
your husband's home too? It doesn't matter.
Yes,
or-
and he sees it and he's like, dude, chill out.
Yeah.
You don't need to be on top of him. And like he's like micromanaging, you know, like he wants to tell his brother what to do, and I'm like, you're the little one, chill out, you know. And it's not like he's trying to help him, he's just
Picking
he kind of says it out loud, like, oh, Jack forgot to do the sweeping, huh? You know, it's like you're snitching. You're just trying to be clever about snitching, like out loud, you know? So
funny.
that's what we're going through at home. So work, I'm not working right now, and I feel good about it. I feel like at first, I think because finances were always funny and stuff, and I feel like we're at a really good, solid place right now, and because I've gotten more involved with the budgeting, which I was never involved with budgeting. I just always felt restricted, and now I feel like we've made all these little sub savings accounts, and all the money's going where it's going, and I see it building, and I see like, okay, I'm not so restricted, and I feel like more involved, and I feel like I am contributing in a way, you know, because before I used to feel
That's
like
a
I
big
wasn't contributing at
contribution,
all.
is just organizing that
Yeah,
stuff too.
and all I felt like was I was just spending the money, you know, and now I feel like I'm making sure that we don't overspend on groceries so that we can have extra for the fun stuff, you know, without me having to work. So it's been really, really, I feel like for once I feel like a real stay-at-home mom where I'm not doing like a side hustle, you know, because for like the last 10 years I've been trying to sell cakes or sell photography or do whatever, you know, so it actually feels nice, and I don't feel like that pressure. And then as far as
Your mental health.
my mental health, I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I'm okay because I started these 2 things. So I, like in October, I put my social media, all of my social media accounts on a temporary like hold or froze the account or whatever. So if you look at my accounts, you can't see the profile or anything. You can't even find my name, I don't think, at all. And that was dramatic, like at first, because I was like, I didn't realize how addicting and how it became a habit just pick up my phone and click on the app, you know. But I feel like with all that extra time of not being on my phone, I've been able to do other things at home and finish different projects around the house and stuff. So I've actually liked it a lot. And at first I had only deleted my account, but then I would go on Mamas and Mimosas account, and then I'd like, you know, find myself browsing through that, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, you're only half, you know, you have one foot in. And so then I was like, okay, just recently, like maybe a couple months ago, I deleted the whole app, the Facebook and the Instagram app from my phone. And so now I can't go on it at all. And Marianne's in charge of all of our social media. So it's been really nice because my go-to is not to go to, I feel like it gives me my time back, and it gives me my privacy back, which I didn't know that I missed so much, you know? And I feel like, I don't know, mentally it's been good because like, I don't know if, I feel like it was easy to compare like, oh, this family's doing this and how come we're not doing this, and how, you know, and now I feel like I don't know what the fuck anybody is doing.
But I know what we're doing over here.
And I know what we're doing, and I'm okay when we're not when we're not doing something and when we're just relaxing, and I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm missing out because, you know, so and so is on a vacation and I'm over here just chilling, you know, at home.
Absolutely.
So that has helped a lot with like, even with our relationship too. I feel like I've been more content because of that. Also, I've been super strict about adding the one day a weekend of not doing not planning anything. And so that's been nice too, because then we can kind of just do just hang out if we wanted to hang out, and I feel like that's been helping like a lot on like the mental and as far as self-care, I don't think I like with the kids home, and I haven't been doing a lot of self-care or anything like that other than working out. That's self-care. But I feel like with them off of school, I'm just home with them. I don't really we haven't been doing date nights. We've been doing a lot of family activities and stuff, and we're going to the lake too, and we had a couple like trips that we just did with his mom to the beach. So we're staying active.
Yeah.
I feel like we're fulfilling all the activities and stuff. It's just like not just me and him,
Yeah. That's self-care too. Even getting yourself a cup of coffee in the morning can be a form of self-care.
Yeah. So it's been nice. And then I just started when did I start? In January. I haven't really been drinking alcohol, and it started because I had like a fitness goal from when I turned 35. I wanted this fitness goal. And then after that, I was like writing down, because it's hard when you have like every month or whenever we would meet, we would drink our wine or whatever, our cocktails and stuff. But then I'd always end up feeling like crap on different levels. Like not only it would make my stomach hurt at the end of it, and I thought, oh, maybe I could just have one glass and it won't make my stomach hurt. But it still would make my stomach hurt, and I would get a headache.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought maybe it was just champagne, or maybe it's just beer, or maybe it's just wine. But I feel like it's like anytime I have alcohol, I feel like a hangover, even if it's like one glass of alcohol.
Oh, wow. Then, yeah.
And then I just kept thinking like, oh, but it's worth it because I'll feel, buzzed or whatever. But like, I started thinking, I'm like, this is not worth it to feel like shit,
Yeah, I don't like getting drunk.
Yes, feeling it. So especially when I had 3 pregnancies that I felt like I had a 9-month hangover. Whenever I drink something, and if I feel like I have a hangover, it just takes me right back to those 9 months of hell, and I'm like, oh my god, like why am I doing this on purpose to myself, And then
choosing to feel that way.
And then too, I also noticed that not only physically was I feeling sick, but like mentally, it was making me sad. And I think because at first, the first couple drinks, I would feel happy and buzzed and cheerful, and then like that third drink or like that second drink, I would feel it would make me sad. I think because I already have like a lot of sad emotions because of like my dad passing away and like my family's in shambles, and I would just like get emotional, and I would start comparing, like if I saw family getting along, I would just be like, like I would start feeling like sad, like just all kinds of
sad drunk.
Yes, and I've never been a sad drunk. I've always been like more peppy, happy, and so now I notice like maybe I just have too much shit, internal stuff going on that ends up coming out when and I just don't want.
Maybe you need a new yoni egg.
And I haven't been using my yoni. Have you guys been using your yoni eggs?
I use all my stuff too.
Really?
You do?
I need a new
ritual
one,
habit?
I need a new one. I think I
need a new one because mine keeps my body does not want it anymore.
It's pushing it out.
It's coming out.
I got my mom got one, and yeah, she's all excited about it. She's like, okay. Oh, and I just ordered a menstrual cup. So my sister-in-law told me that she tried the menstrual cup, and she was like, you know what? It's not as bad as I had feared.
It's called something though.
Diva cup.
Yes.
Or that's like a brand. But she's like, it's not as weird as I had imagined. Like it's actually a lot better.
What do you do?
I haven't tried it yet, but I have it for this upcoming one. So, and the one that I bought was cool. It was on Amazon, and I don't have it to tickle my nose.
Like connect to your
cervix. So the one that I have comes with 2 sizes. Normally you have to buy, I think it's a 2-pack of small or 2-pack of large, and this one came with 1 small, 1 large. So I'm like, because I don't know what size my area
it's probably
is,
just like the tampon super or
how much your flow
so you fold, it's like this little, it looks like a shot glass, but it's rubber, right?
Okay.
And you fold it up, so you try to make it real small, and you shove it up into your vagina, and
how do you know it opens?
How do you know it opens?
Yeah.
Well, like you let go of it, and it it's rubber, so it just pops back. It pops open, and then it suctions to your cervix, So then it
Really?
fills up with the blood. Yeah, and you only have to change it every 12 hours. So that means if you put it in at 8 o'clock in the morning while you're in the shower, you could take it out at 8 o'clock at night when you're in the shower, and you didn't have to change it all day.
Out, is it gonna be like
Yes,
blood flow?
Yes, it's gonna be gross. But I mean, when you take out a tampon, it's like blood flow. You know, I mean, unless you guys have perfected it, and I'm like real
My
amateur
blood flow
about it.
doesn't come out of my tampon like that.
No, I feel like I can get messy. No, all right, maybe just me, but. So this thing, I mean, it's gross, but you can work out with it.
I hear people have a lot of positive things to say about it, though.
It helps with menstrual cramps. It's supposed to be good.
I would be a mess, like trying to take that out and then like fucking spilling.
Well, that's why I'm hoping just to do that in the shower.
Oh, what's her name? Bloody Mary that you say in the
Bloody
dark with
Mary. Yes.
You could threaten your husband with the blood. Remember what was that episode? And someone was like giving it to their boyfriend
and their spaghetti. Yep.
Ew.
Oh, that's
What are your plans for the rest of the year? Roni?
My plans for the rest of the year would be to get situated in our new home, get established, get back to our schedule, because I feel like our schedule has been all over the place and I'm so not used to that. I feel like things are kind of upside down because like with COVID, we had to make a whole new schedule from our regular schedule. And then now this is a whole new schedule. So I'm just ready to be like situated and get everything back on board with our schedule and feel like just some normalcy again.
And get acclimated to a new town,
Yeah,
and
that
you
too.
know, that's gonna be so cool.
At least it's not like in the middle of nowhere. It's like a popular town.
Yes, it
and
is.
It's like a live town.
And we're like right by the we're like 10 minutes. I didn't want to be downtown, even though it looks super cool to be downtown.
It looks so
that
cool.
could be a problem because I would be
Why?
like we just
You'll
don't
be
need to be
missing your
downtown.
husband. He's very active. He'd be down there all the time.
But I didn't want to be too far away from downtown because then when you start going further, then it gets a little rural, and I didn't want that. I still wanted like suburb type of stuff. So I'm excited about it. But that's it, just getting situated and finishing up things here and visiting people, since everyone thinks they're never gonna see me again.
I know, everyone's panicking, so everyone wants to book time with you. Our plans for the rest of the year, we have a snow trip coming up. Well, not coming up, but that we scheduled with with my in-laws. So we're excited about that, and
When is that?
just trying to book as many little activities as we can fit in the budget. And then I feel like I want to help. So my son, he's trying to get into acting, and so you have to build up like your portfolio and stuff. So I'm trying to help him with that. I had planned to get more like
Get him some auditions.
organized about it this summer. But at the same time, too, I don't want to get him an agent because I don't want that to be all we do all summer is going on casting calls because of the other kids' activities, too. So I was like, hey, how about we sign up on these networks and then we audition and, go on these calls and stuff, but without getting an agent right now, and see how it goes and see how you like it, because I kind of want him to try it before.
Yeah,
and I
before
know
you
he's going to
commit
have
to it.
so many rejections first, so I want to see
to
how he
build
can
that
handle
up,
it.
yeah.
I don't want it to just completely take over him. So that's what I want to help him with, and that's and it's a lot of work to get build a portfolio. And not only do you have to take a bunch of different classes, but you have to do all these little clips and have them on this online portfolio and stuff.
Does it
Yeah.
still make you do like headshot and everything?
Yeah,
Or-
so he has headshots.
at least you could do that part.
Yeah, well, yeah. So at least I have a camera. Yeah, so that has helped. So that's what the rest of the year looks like for me. What about you?
For me, I think making sure Landon's okay, like starting school and getting used to that, because that's a new school for him, a new environment, new friends and all that. And I would love to get Levi potty trained.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so sometime soon, I don't know when. I'm still like waiting to see his signs. Like he'll have signs here and there that like he can go. Like in the mornings he'll go. pee in the bathroom, but then some mornings he just does not say anything. Or like if he poops his diaper, he'll tell me he pooped, and I'm like, so you know. But when I try to start doing the methods, it's like,
he's like, nope.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I forced it with Landon when he was little, and it was like a mess for both of us, like mentally. So I think I would want to wait with Levi, but the sooner I get him potty trained, the sooner we can put him in like
A program.
like some kind of program, preschool or something. So that's what we have. I mean, nothing too exciting.
Ray starts preschool too in September. I'm super excited about that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and having like a couple hours by myself.
What are you gonna do with your
I'm
life?
gonna take a long shower and wash my hair, shave my legs.
Right.
That extra time that you have to cut off for everybody else. And then Max, actually, my middle one, got accepted to a new, it's going to be a new school for him, but it's a charter school that's in our area that we had signed both of the boys up on the waiting list. And he actually got accepted. So I don't know how you guys do it with every kid in different schools. So I'm going to experience that for the first time with my little one going to her preschool in a different city. And then we have my middle one in a same city but further away, and then my oldest one's going to be in a different
I
school.
know all about that.
And I feel like convenience wise, I want to keep them at the same school, but I know the opportunities at this charter school is really good. They teach them Chinese, they teach them Spanish, like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
it's like all the benefits of a private school. So, and because he's only in the he'll be in the third grade, it's all the way up to 8th grade, so he's gonna have like a longer, little experience there.
Wow.
And then Ray would get into there too. So we're excited about it, but we're also like, oh, we feel bad for my oldest one because he didn't get in. And then he only has 2 more years left at his K through 8th grade school too. So I don't know if we would want to even pull him out, even if he did get accepted, for a year. It's not like he's gonna learn Chinese in 1 year, like school year, So I mean, I don't know, maybe it's possible, but so yeah, so that's what.
So I'm sure everyone wants to know what is going to happen to the Mamas and Mimosas podcast. Who wants to answer this question?
So we're gonna cut. We don't know. I'm like,
we're not done.
We're not done. This is not the last season.
We're gonna have to try to figure it out with our co-hosts being all the way across.
I already have it figured out. I don't know about you guys.
She thinks she has it figured out.
I have it figured out. Me and my husband already made an agreement. I have it figured out.
I think we're just waiting on Roni to get settled in at her new location, and then ideally we'd like to come back sometime after summer or after school starts, and we'll be back for season 4.
Yes, we will.
Yes, so we'll keep you guys updated on our social medias. We're probably not going to post a lot on our social medias during this season that we have off because we're going to try to enjoy it with our families. If we do come back, we will probably post before we come back on social media to let us know.
We already have like booked episodes, right? Like not booked, but like we already have the topics and all that. So
we're definitely coming back. For
Did
sure.
you? Yeah. Okay. So
and now that it's post-COVID, maybe we can do like that brunch thing we wanted to do.
Absolutely.
We can do more Mama's
we'll
Days
do a
out.
brunch in Tennessee.
And no, actually, my husband has already planned you guys. And I'm not even joking. Like he was like, "Oh, you guys can totally do an episode from here and do your Mama's Day out while they're here, and you can document it and show it." I'm like, "Look at you, Team Mamas and Mimosas."
So yeah, so just don't delete us from your social medias, and you'll see our post when we do come back.
And we'll check in every once in a while. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure when Roni moves into her new house, she could post something on social media to show that you're there.
We'll add it to our stories.
I even post like my house in California.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, are
I'm
you
always
really worried about it? I mean, not that you're. Not that it's weird. I'm sorry, private. I should say private, not weird. You know what I mean? Like, are you private about it? I can understand. Yeah.
We'll see what I show. But I feel like it may be worth it.
You can show your views, like your lake
or
view.
just the just the land that you can get alone. I feel like that's worthy of showing. So you guys can come out there with me, and I can convince everyone to move.
All right, guys. So we are gonna jump into our game of Would You Rather. I'm so excited.
I think I need more.
I'll start with the first one. Would you rather have
Oh shit.
10-inch wide nipples or 10-inch long nipples?
What if you already currently have both of those? This is not would you rather because I'm already experiencing
Shut up.
both of these.
Oh, wait, like 10-inch wide, you would see them like out of your shirt, you know?
You mean
but
like
10-inch
areolas?
long.
Or the actual nipple.
Well, shit, if it was a nipple, it would. Okay.
That's why.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
So
areola?
let's say a 10-inch long nipple or a 10-inch wide areola.
I
There you
have
go.
both of those right
Shut
now.
up! No, you don't.
Ooh.
What about you,
I'm
Marianne?
gonna say
Which one?
wide.
Wide?
I feel like I already have long ones because the boys freaking
That's what I'm
stretch
saying.
them
I'm like,
out
this
after
question, like,
breastfeeding.
Janelle was
It's
me.
10 inches
Okay,
long.
so I'd rather have the longer ones, I think, because you can just squish them in.
But I feel like the longer ones would show more.
The
than
longer
They
ones
would
would
just
be a
look
long
like-
ass
like,
finger.
you know how girls have,
Look,
like,
10 inches is like this
headlights?
long, okay? And
Yeah,
a
it
nipple
would
is
be,
like
like,
this
showing
thick.
through.
I'd rather it be this way than this way.
Well, that's
Well,
what
it's
we're
gonna
saying. The
spread it out.
areola would be like the dark part would
That's
be
her
there.
answer. We can't argue with
Okay,
her
okay,
answer.
okay. So
she's taking
So I'm
long.
just-
I'm taking wide. What
I'm
are you
just
taking?
letting you
wide?
know that if you have the long, you're probably gonna have to wrap it around like a Twizzler
Which one
in
are
your
you
bra.
I don't already do.
Shut up.
Which one are you taking?
I would do the. Oh my god. Okay, see, but the problem with the wide
Oh
areola
my
is that
gosh.
you would never be able to wear revealing shirts.
No, but you
You'd
wouldn't
have to
be
wear
able the other way
turtlenecks.
either.
Turtle.
Because you would have to wear like that Madonna bra that had the
And then when you
cones.
get cold,
No, you just get the padded ones. I'm telling you, I'm living this life.
I'd have the wide, 10-inch wide.
Wow.
So we got 2 wides and 1 long.
Okay.
All right.
Would you rather go bright purple when embarrassed or sweat so much you soak your clothes? Ooh.
Okay, and these questions were from online. Okay, we didn't just come up with these questions.
Would you rather?
I think I would rather go purple.
I would rather go purple.
Yeah, me
also.
Because I don't like sweat. Like
Because I already do that,
I was
and it's,
gonna say,
it's not a good
Once
thing.
we're don't turn red, we turn purple.
Purple would be kind of cool. Like we may have like our own show or something from turning purple when we get embarrassed. So I'm gonna go with the purple.
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 Okay. Would you rather fart every time you laugh or every time you cry?
Cry. Because I don't cry often in public. I mean, I laugh more often in public.
True.
So
Imagine you're just like, and then ripping ass. Oh
And
my
that would, like,
god.
especially if it's like a serious situation that
I
you're
know.
crying.
if you're at a funeral,
Exactly, and you're just like crying and like the
Nobody
whole
could
world.
hug you and comfort you because you're freaking ripping a butt.
But how often do you cry or go to funerals?
Okay, but there's some people
Compared to
like me
laughing.
who cry a lot. Like I get emotional on like
Yeah.
happy times. You know, like if I see a nice movie and it got me all,
Yeah.
gave me all the feels, then I'll start crying.
So you'd rather fart
crier.
when you laugh? See, I'd be dropping bombs right now.
Okay,
I'd rather fart
you're-
when I cry.
When I cry because you're in private.
Exactly,
You know, most of the
exactly.
times you're in private.
Because that means everywhere you go to like a party, any event, if you're laughing,
You're
people are
like,
backing away from you. So
Or you'd have to
Yeah, I would go
practice
with
to
the
be like a
cry.
dry ass person who never laughs.
No
you know,
emotion.
and that sucks.
No emotions at all.
That sucks.
Okay, would you rather have sex with somebody with really bad BO or really bad breath?
Bad breath.
Bad breath, huh?
Well, because then you just go doggy. Then you never have to like smell their breath.
Oh,
Versus,
that's-
Well,
like,
if
you
that's
can
the
still
case-
smell their BO if you're like backwards.
If you're doggy, you wouldn't smell their BO.
Yes, it's still in the general area.
And then
Or
that
you
could,
can always tell them to shut their. Like you can just go.
You can put a pillow over their face.
And then what is that room gonna smell like after?
Ooh.
Is the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So
I
think
that's good.
Ugh.
Or BO.
Or breath, and then you can like get some gum or mints before you start, and then, or I don't know.
Well, that's like, okay, let's ask this question. Do you guys make out in the morning, like first thing in the
Nope.
morning?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because on the movies, they have it. And
Yeah,
so I
on the
wonder.
movies.
Oh my God.
But I wonder, like, okay, so we watch these reality shows too, and
making
they're
out in the
waking
morning?
up with each other. Did you guys ever see that show on Netflix, Too Hot to Handle?
No, but I've seen that it's up there.
It's back on.
recently.
But anyway, these people go to sleep together and they wake up all funky together and then they start like talking in each other's face like this and then like kissing. And I'm like, oh my God. And I know I'm weird about bad breath, but like, do you guys kiss? Or are you talking in each other's face like
We
that?
talk
Like
definitely
that
talking,
close?
or not that close.
No.
Okay.
I'm like in the bathroom and he's on the bed talking.
Yeah, not that close.
Ronnie's like, I kiss him.
Okay. Wait, did you guys
also
say your
brush my
answers?
teeth before
Yes.
bed too.
It was
so it's
bad
not
breath. I guess we all
absolutely-
chose bad breath. I really, when I typed it, I said BO, but you're right. BO has like a stronger effect on a room. Like it could take over the whole
Yes, it
room.
can.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
bad breath is kind of like in a little area.
Yep.
So you're right.
So you go, doggy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Okay, would you rather see your spouse in an old porn video or your parents? What?
What? Oh my God! Neither.
Okay, but think about it. This is when before you and your spouse were together.
Wait, what? Where was that part?
Well, it says an old porn video. Obviously, it's
Oh,
not
gotcha,
like while
gotcha.
you guys were together. Like, so maybe they were freaks back in the day and they were in a porn video.
Well, I definitely don't want to see my parents, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up and see my spouse because
I picked the spouse too. I feel
Really?
like, I think it's hard, but I would never want to see
No, I
my
don't
parents going at it.
But
like,
the spouse is gonna be a hard one.
It would be
Especially if
hard.
That would cause some tension.
Yes.
With the parents, I could probably clown them more so than anything.
I don't even feel like I could stomach the parents. I don't think I could stomach the parents.
every
Like,
time I would see my
can't.
parents for the rest of my life, I'd picture them,
Although I did walk in
Well,
on my
I
parents
was, like,
before, and I'm still
Sleeping
okay.
on the floor when my mom was doing it.
I remember
so
you said that in the story, and
Everybody
I
has a
walked in on
traumatic
her,
experience.
So
I'd rather do the parents.
that's really a hard one too, because like, who is this girl in the video? Like, what does she look like? Am I gonna be like,
Yep,
okay,
see?
see, I don't do well with things
Too
like
much
that.
tension.
That's
Okay,
definitely
on that
one.
note, because your spouse has been with somebody else, and if you
Anyway.
know what their ex looked like, do you ever have you ever imagined like them doing what you guys do?
No, not at this point.
But like in the beginning.
In the beginning, for sure. Like dating wise.
So that's a normal thing. Okay. Because I felt that way. Like,
Yeah.
wait.
In
Did
the
you guys do
beginning.
this?
Or have you ever ran into one? We've ran into one, and I was really like, ugh. It was like I don't know if it was like a old high school friend's wedding or something, and she was. Oh, we
And she
ran
said
into it
hi
before
to
at her house too. No, but I'm not talking about that one. I'm not talking about that one. But that's like.
I think that's common though to run into
Yeah,
them,
it
especially
is.
if you didn't move out of state. Like.
Her kid was in the same class as Landon
Oh, that's
at preschool.
Ugh.
So every time be like, there's your girlfriend.
You probably would do that, huh? That's even worse.
Okay, back to the game. Whose turn
So
is
we all
it?
I said spouse, you said
I said
parents, you
parents.
said
I said spouse.
Okay. Would you rather wear someone else's dirty underwear or use their toothbrush?
Depends. No, I don't know. I mean, I've accidentally used my husband's toothbrush like twice.
I have accidentally, and he panicked. Like, literally panicked. So I feel like I would wear his underwear, but turn him inside out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd do that too.
I'm really weird with like toothbrushes.
Yeah.
So I would definitely do the underwear because my husband used my toothbrush before, and I like
Panic too.
I freaked out. I was so
My husband does
We're not on that level.
You would think he's like, what's the difference? I do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, right,
I'm like,
but still, it's gross. Okay, so I have a thing, like, I can share any drink with my husband, but when it comes to milk, I don't know why.
Ew, what?
Maybe because milk is thicker. I
That's
cannot.
what she said.
I cannot share milk. I'm like, no, you do not touch my milk.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
What?
It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. But I'm
I
very
don't know
stingy
either.
about sharing milk. It grosses me out. Don't share my milk. Okay. Is it my turn? Would you rather not have sex for a whole year or have it every day of your life but not orgasm?
For a year.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we do it when you're pregnant. I have, where I didn't do it for like a whole almost year, and I was fine.
You
Oh my
too?
God.
Me too. Yes, remember we had that
Yeah, we did.
episode where
Yeah.
we had like a
Sorry, I
long
just-
dry spell. Oh, I thought you were so horny with that
with
one.
Levi, I was.
Oh.
But with Landon, I
You were
didn't
not
care
turned
to.
on.
And I like had gained so much weight.
I didn't know this. Look at you.
So I could survive a year.
I can
I mean,
too.
it's almost like the same thing though, because
'Cause you're
doing
having
something
sex
without.
But a year's like temporary.
Yeah, and then you go back.
Forever
Yeah.
is forever.
Every day.
But you know, sex is exciting to start up. Even if you don't have an orgasm, it's always
But that's the
exciting
end
leading
result.
up to it.
Result is that's what you want, I guess. Right? So
She's
Yeah.
So what's your final answer?
dang, I don't even know if I can make it a year for real. But
I believe you
Damn,
based off of
Roni.
your stories before. What's the longest you went? Probably
2 days.
no, the longest probably.
And
God.
traveling.
And we're
When-
not talking about when you guys broke up for a short
No,
period
just
of time.
from him traveling, like probably like 2 weeks.
Oh,
It
okay.
was probably the
Okay.
longest. Like 2. Yeah, it had to be when he was traveling. So anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, and I was like dying.
You weren't pleasing yourself.
I was. But it's not the same.
But I was dying.
dying. So I guess I'll go with the year.
Do you guys do phone sex? I know this is so.
I mean, we do like.
because
like
when he's out
texting
on
stuff.
those
Yeah,
trips
yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah,
Like
we do like
sexting?
text, yeah,
You guys do that?
sexting and
Wow.
sexting, but like
Pictures.
video.
like pictures, but no like.
Or like
video.
FaceTime. So it's like live.
Mm-mm. No, it's just usually like.
Her fingers is live.
It's usually just like sexting or like picture here and there. He'll send a picture. but,
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like a
No,
full
No,
on
those
like
pictures
put
go
your
up
hand
to the clouds.
I
here.
know, but we got it down to where. Because I sent some pictures before, and I was like, and he lost his phone, and I
See?
happy. I don't put my face in them because of that reason. So
That's smart.
Good
yeah,
for you.
I don't show my face. He already knows what the face looks like.
Would
Okay,
you rather link?
Oh,
Oh, okay, sorry. Would you rather lick an armpit that smells like BO or a belly button that smells like cheese?
Where did you get this shit from, Janelle?
online. I put inappropriate. Would you rather questions?
I have to read that again. Would you rather lick an armpit that smells like BO or a belly button that smells like cheese? Neither.
You can't. You have to pick one.
And I feel like the one that smells like cheese would have the
Cheese.
stuff in it.
Yeah, I'd go BO.
I'll go with the
Which is
armpit.
really bad. I
I would
wouldn't.
throw up.
But that, like, cause that's like onion.
Yeah,
So what do you
I'll
like
go
better,
with the-
onions or cheese?
I'm gonna go with the armpit.
Yeah, armpit.
But I
hairy
feel like
armpit?
have you ever done that before anyway on yourself by accident?
Licked your cheese?
No, like No, like I feel like for some reason, like just like you said, it's like onions. Like I feel like for some reason I know what that tastes like.
Because you
I don't
ate
know.
onions.
Like I don't know. Maybe I feel like for some reason I know.
Like
what
you
the-
went
like
down
maybe
on
if
a
I
dude?
was
Rashing
doing something and then was like,
Well,
The only thing I can compare it to is like going down on a dude and they were sweaty or like stinky down there. That's the only thing I can think of.
but are we going stinky onion or stinky cheese?
I don't know.
I'm going stinky armpit.
Which would,
Armpit.
okay, so say you're going down on a guy and he's sweaty. Would you rather be down there smelling some onions or some cheese? I'd go onions all the way.
Okay.
Cheese has like a salty, sour,
onions
rotten
make you cry.
smell. Either way, it's awful.
And I feel like in that
I
belly
would
button,
do
you're
the
gonna
armpit.
get some other stuff
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was
You're
saying.
gonna get some
like
lid, you're gonna get some
curds,
you're gonna get some
cheese curds.
It didn't say hairy armpit, so we're good.
Well, all guys' armpits
I
have
know.
hair. That's another thing.
You didn't say
It did say a guy or girl.
Oh, it
A
didn't
girl's
say. It
BO
just
armpit.
said. All right,
Oh,
Roni.
God. Would you rather have a 10-inch long belly
Oh,
button
my
or a
gosh.
10-inch long tail?
What the
Like
hell?
on Shallow Hal, remember he has a tail
and it
and it
wiggles.
wags.
I already have this one, so
A 10-inch long tail?
and belly button.
You don't have a tail. You're
I
such a
was
liar.
like,
I'm like, I never
I would
see
do the
it
belly
wag.
button though, because when I'm pregnant, my belly button is like
It
ginormous.
stretches out?
Yeah, it's like the size of this vase right here.
How do you get it to go back in?
It just goes back in.
You're such a. That's not a 10-inch long. That's wide. I think I'd rather have a tail.
What?
What? Why would you rather have a tail, Janelle? What? Why though?
Because why would I want a belly button that's like 10 inches? You don't know. 10 inches,
Oh,
that's like a
I'm thinking
snake.
like
No,
this
it's an
way.
Audi that is 10 inches long.
It's no
Okay.
different.
So basically, you have a tail in the front or a tail in the back. Which one would you rather have? A tail in the front or the back?
What the hell?
Yeah,
Can you
make a
hide-
choice.
Can you hide
Can you hide it with clothes?
I mean, you can hide anything with
Yeah.
clothes.
Oh, not in a bathing suit.
Can we make it even more interesting and say they both wag when you're excited?
What the hell?
So would you rather have
I'd
wagging
rather
in the
have a
front or wagging
tail
in the
than a
back?
wagging dildo up high.
I stick with the tail. What do you
Say
want?
it's a
Well, now I
shiwi.
want to tell.
I'm gonna go with the belly button and say it's a shiwi.
What the hell is a shiwi?
Like a,
A
wiener?
girl's penis.
Why? Why would you do that?
Shiwi. Because it's her choice. Just like your other
I want
10-inch
your
long nipples,
experience.
okay? Now you're gonna have 10-inch long nipples and a 10-inch long belly
And
button.
a tail.
Okay, last question. Would you rather crap yourself once a year in public or every day in private?
Wow.
I'm going definitely once a year.
Once
in
a
public.
year. Nope, in public.
Huh?
Yeah, in public.
In public?
Mm-hmm. In
But
front
it
of
only
everybody.
happens one time a year versus every day you're pooping
In
yourself.
private? No
Yeah, but
one's
still,
gotta
that's
know.
so messy though. You have to do this every day.
No
You gotta
one's gotta know.
You just have to worry about it that
You gotta
one
wear
time.
some Depends.
Okay, but what if you're in public at a family function?
I
So
would
every
say
year
in
you're known
private.
as the poopy pants girl.
I'll take my chances. I'm
I
sure.
would do the everyday, privately,
That's
and wear
gonna
some
get
diapers.
messy.
That
It's
is
gonna get
messy.
and time consuming, and you're gonna be depressed.
That's like the vagina cup.
What vagina cup?
1 year, you kind of know when
Your
it's gonna
menstrual
come,
cup.
so you can plan it out. You're gonna be like, "Oh shit, today's my poop day. Let me."
No,
wear this
how do
bikini."
you know what day of the year it's gonna
Once
happen
a
on?
year, I'm sure you'll know by then. Once a
Okay,
year.
make a decision.
Every day in private.
I'm saying once a year.
Oh my god, this is tough because I feel like I agree with both of you
Because at
guys.
least no one will ever have to know.
But Marianne,
No,
you're gonna be
but how
so
much clothes
tired.
do you stain
Exactly.
for the rest of your
You gotta wear
life?
some Depends.
Like you said, forever?
And
Oh,
then
I'll do once a year.
Are you never
'Cause it's
gonna
not
go out in
forever.
public?
once a year in public,
But
and
you,
people
that
are
means
gonna
you're gonna
talk
stay
about
at
that
home
every
So
day.
every day you're gonna stay at home in private.
'cause you
you're
don't know
never
what
gonna
time
go
you're
out
gonna
'cause you're gonna
shit.
shit yourself if you go to the store. So you might
But
as well
it says
keep.
private.
Yeah, but that's every day.
Maybe she could privately shit yourself at the store in a private aisle. All right, she chose private. We chose once a year.
Once a year.
And that's a
Hope it's
wrap.
not. Hope it's not Christmas.
All right, guys, you
Or
guys
New Year's.
enjoy
Or
the
when you're
rest of
crying.
your summer.
We love
We
you.
love you guys. See you guys soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. If you want to catch up on our previous episodes, visit mamasmimosas.com, where you'll get access to all of our podcast show notes, our YouTube videos, and our private Facebook group where we chat with you about each episode and host live Q&A with our favorite mom tribe. Can't wait to see you there.